Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Weekly Spark. I'm here in coffee, papers. So for the month of February, working with the swan, one of the motifs, ideas, inspirations that I wanted to work with was the Hindu goddess Sarasvati. And you can see here the swan is her mount. She's often associated with the swan. She's a goddess of learning and music and literature and kind of those intellectual pursuits, in creative pursuits in many ways, but she's also affiliated with the lotus. So I loved this picture with her actually on the swan. She's often depicted with the swan seated next to her. So I don't know the artist. I can do a Google reverse image search, but I don't have that information right this second. So I have these two as my main kind of focal images. With her attributes, I wanted to include music and some text in the collage to kind of reference the, music and the written word, both in learning and education, but in the creative arts. And I'm going to focus a lot on pattern with this one. I'm actually sitting down to do 2 pages at the same time. I'm going to focus a little bit more on color in next week's video. I have a lovely lotus stencil that I want to kind of use over everything. And I have this nice border stencils designed by Laurie Micah from Stencil Girl Products. So I pulled all that first, and then I thought, well, let's get some solid colors. Let's pull my color palette from this image with the pinks and the blues and the lavenders, and then I'll be able to do some stenciling over top of that. So I'm not sure how much of this paper is going to come into play. There are some pieces that are patterned that I may or may not use if I'm going to focus on pattern in the stencil, but all right, that's not the right color palette. But if I'm focusing on pattern, well, then, the more the merrier. So all different kinds of paper, all different textures of paper, even this lovely floral, which is embossed, really 3-dimensional. I have this feather piece that I had done testing out some water-soluble crayons, my big King Art crayons, that I had stenciled this in like a gel medium first, and then did the water-based crayons behind it, so the gel medium acted as a resist. I could collage this in. I still have this stencil, so I could just stencil the feather on directly, but I liked that it was white, and I felt it kind of referenced the swan. For this spread, I am working, since my 2 kind of starting point focal images are larger, wanted one on each side of the spread, so I'm working in this Arteza square sketchbook. So I'm going to get everything organized and probably put some music on while you are watching this page unfold. I predict it's going to be a while, so things will probably be sped up a little bit, but I will say now, as always, I would love to have you as a subscriber if you wanted to click that subscription button, but also you can hit the bell to be notified when there's new content. Give this video a thumbs up if you especially like this content, and, do all the YouTube things. So let me turn my focus to the page so I can get to work and enjoy. Leave a comment below on how this video unfolds and what your thoughts are. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you again. Don't leave. I'm just going to, get to work.